Hey boys and girls, welcome to another super exciting, outrageous toy review. Are you getting excited for Power Rangers 2017? We're going to have an all-new motion picture, a Power Rangers reboot coming up next year, and they just released a trailer in conjunction with Comic-Con, I would assume, New York. And in this new trailer, we got our first glimpse of the Rangers' abilities, but barely any footage of them morphed. So, in this new trailer, we see the Rangers. They're sort of the bad kids this time. They're not the goody two shoes they were in the original series. Jason has had a car accident and is for some reason punished to attend school on the weekends. It's kind of Breakfast Club like, and he meets these other people, some of which he doesn't get along with, and some that he does get along with. And him and a bunch of the other kids go exploring, and they find this weird rock formation. And one of the characters, Billy, blows it up, and they find these glowing coins, I guess we'll use the term. And the next day, they seem to have superpowers. I felt like that entire trailer was like the first 20 minutes of the movie chopped down to 30 seconds. It shows them kind of doing the whole Sam Raimi, Peter Parker thing, where the next morning, they're super strong, and they have other crazy superpowers, and they're testing them out and experimenting with them, jumping off cliffs, and boiling things on the counter in the cafeteria at school. I have mixed feelings about civilian powers. The Rangers have had civilian powers at different times throughout the series. That's what the fans call it when they use their powers when they're not morphed. I don't really like civilian powers, but superhero movies sell, and Power Rangers are superheroes, so they probably want to make them more traditional superheroes. And traditional superheroes have an origin story, and they get superpowers, and they can use them in and out of costume. So I think that's where they're going with this. We also see the Rangers go underwater, and then end up in someplace mysterious, and then they get their suits for a split second at the end. So I have a feeling the command center, where Zordon and Alpha will be, is under the ocean, or underwater at the bottom of the quarry where they found the rocks, or something to that effect. We kind of see Jason about half morphed. The suit looks okay so far. I mean, we haven't seen them fight in them or move in them, but it looked cool going on to him. Definitely a new style, a little bit more alien looking, a little more Iron Man looking than the spandex suits from the 90s. I was expecting that. Even in the 90s when they got a movie, their suits looked different than they did in the show. Other things I noticed, I was glad that Billy was afraid of heights when they go to jump the cliffs. I thought that was kind of cool because that was a throwback to his character from the original show. I thought Kimberly and Trini were hard to tell apart in some scenes. It's a darker tone. They're not necessarily wearing their colors all the time. Trini had a yellow hat on at one point, but quickly I had trouble telling who they were. Now, trailers are edited very tightly, so maybe it will be easier to tell the two girls apart in the movie. And I felt like Zach really got left out. He was barely in this trailer at all. So he kind of leaves a lot to our imagination at this point about him. I thought Jason seemed okay. It's kind of weird seeing him in this situation where he's kind of in trouble for doing something. It feels a little bit more like Tommy, the bad boy of the Rangers, than Jason, because Jason was very squeaky clean. But that's okay. It's a reboot, all new, different story. But it is weird having the Power Rangers not be stereotypical role models that they have pretty much always been. Only time will tell. I'm sure we're going to get a bunch more teaser trailers. We've had posters that show the Zords. We've had posters that show the suits and the power coins. I don't know how they're going to connect this to the dinosaurs, but I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out and to see them battle. The last thing I want to talk about is Rita appears in the trailer. Very dark. I've killed Rangers before. I know they're going dark, but man, it makes me worried about little kids going to see it with that kind of stuff. You can have a darker tone, a moodier tone without being, like, murderous. So we'll see, They're definitely aiming this more towards that adult audience that really jived with the Power Ranger spoof trailer thing that we got online not too long ago that Saban shut down. That was very dark in tone. So it's kind of interesting they're trying to walk that line, I guess. Thanks for watching this super exciting, outrageous toy review talks about movies. Make sure to let me know in the comments below what you thought of the trailer so we can get a conversation started. It's back to action.